Are you thinking of moving to Lake Oswego right outside of Portland, Oregon? Well, in this video, we're gonna talk about Lake Oswego and the 5 secrets to take advantage of living right here in Lake Oswego. Let's get after it. In this video, we're gonna talk about the 5 secrets to enjoying a full life right here in Lake Oswego. Now, these are really more 5 tips that I've learned here personally because I live right here in Lake Oswego to really getting to enjoy this amazing small town of Lake Oswego. My name is Aaron Cullen. I'm a local real estate agent right here in Portland, Oregon. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out, shoot me a text, give me an email, give me a call. I'd be happy to answer any of your questions. All right, let's get into it. The first one is a trolley. Yes, Lake Oswego has a trolley, but it's really just more of a local tourist attraction, fun ride for the kids. It doesn't really go anywhere, doesn't get you to downtown, unfortunately, but it's really fun for the kids. It's a single car, it's about 100 years old. It used to be in active service, and it would actually take people residence places, but now it's just for fun. So the reason I bring it up, there's very limited tickets. They do a summer trolley rides, and then they do the winter trolley rides. The winter ones, Santa Claus comes on it. Some years, Mrs. Santa Claus comes on it about halfway through the trolley ride. You get to see different houses as you go along there. It's along the river bank there, and it's up high, but you'll see different Christmas lights. So the twilight ride is really cool, but they only do it for a few weeks. So it's very, very limited, and they sell out fast. So you're gonna wanna check that out. On the Lake Oswego website, I'm gonna put that right down there in the description area where you're gonna be able to wanna go to check that out and secure those tickets. Really, as soon as they go on sale, I'm not kidding you, that first week, they're sold out. And they go on sale at the end of the summer. My daughter loves that trolley ride, and we kind of use it as well as like a backup. If we don't go visit Santa, get the picture taken, sit on his lap, do that whole deal, we know we got the trolley ride coming before Christmas where Santa's gonna be on there and we can get the picture with Santa. Plus, it's just a fun little night outing. It's all very organized, but you go wait for the trolley. You sing fun Christmas carols and songs, and the people that work there are all dressed up as little Santa helpers. Train car is all decked out with ornaments and lights, and it really is a lot of fun. So go check that out. Don't miss that. If you move here, you're gonna wanna get tickets for that. Number 2, Lake Oswego has sponsored sport activities that they put on for the whole city. Now, I'm talking about especially for the kids, they sell out fast. Now, we've done some of the activities for my daughter. Now my son, he just turned 2, so we're gonna try to get him into soccer here in the spring. But all those different activities, some of them fill up really fast and will sell out. So you're gonna wanna be on top of that to be able to sign your kids up really quickly, especially for swimming for toddlers. There's only a couple local places that really offer the indoor swimming, and here you really need the indoor swimming. And here you really need those indoor swimming pools because the winter weather, and you never know if it's going to be raining or not. So all of those really take place in indoor swimming pools, and there's not a ton of them that offer those for the toddlers, and they can get expensive at some of them. So you're going to want to sign your kids up really soon for those if learning to swim is a priority for them. Now here's a little tip. The Emler has a program. It's called Emler, and that's where our kids went. So if you want to join a club here in Lake Oswego, the Bay Club is the most popular. It's not cheap. It's around $300 a month for a family, but they do offer discounts for kids swimming lessons through this program this company called Emler. But if you don't want to become a member in Tigard, the next suburb over, Emler offers those classes for about half price, so it's still around that $500 price range. So if you have kids that are going to want to play sports, sign them up early. I'll put a link down there again for the city where you can sign up, get notifications about kids' sports. City of Lake Oswego also has an Instagram, so you can sign up there, join the Instagram, and you'll get updates on different events around Lake Oswego as well. So definitely join that. Number 3, you're gonna wanna take advantage of the city organized special events. Now, these are totally separate from the organized sports. These are city-sponsored events that the city puts on. They do these summer concerts throughout the summer, and they rotate about 4 different parks here around Lake Oswego, and they are amazing. They get really good acts to come put them on. Some of them might have face painting for kids, and they'll do it a little bit later, into the evening. If you have little kids, they do usually start a little later, but if your kids are like 5, 6 years old, then it's a lot easier to be able to take them and have them stay up like a late night or something. Those can be a lot of fun. They're free. And again, the city gets some really good bands to come. They're outside in the parks during the summer. They're really great events to be able to connect with your neighbors and meet new people. And again, just to be outside and hear some free music. When I was a kid, my dad lived in Kansas City and I would go visit him for the summers. Kansas City was also really good about putting on free concerts in the plaza right near downtown. And I just really remember those being magical as a kid. So I'm really looking forward to being able to take my kids. Last couple of years, they were a little too small, but now this summer coming up, I'm really gonna take advantage of those summer music events. And still on topic number 3, the city also puts on special holiday events. Now we just had one, the tree lighting ceremony. It's usually the day right after Thanksgiving. It's really pretty cool. There's a living tree right down there in Millennium Plaza. It's right at the heart of downtown Lake Oswego, right at the edge of the lake there. And they'll decorate that tree with Christmas lights and they do a countdown. And even this year, it was rainy, it was cold, it was dark, but a lot of people still came down there. It was really crowded. They had little tents set up for selling Christmas ornaments and little Christmas knick-knack things like that. They also had a couple different musical acts. One of them was dressed up doing Christmas carols from the 1800s. It was really, really cool. And my kids were a little miserable because it was rainy and wet and cold, but they still had a lot of fun. They'll have a lot of decorations there and they keep it very festive. The year before last year, it was a beautiful day. It was a lot warmer, there's no rain, and they were passing out free cocoa and other little treats like that. They weren't doing it this year. If they did, I didn't see it, probably because of all the rain. Most people were there, kind of coming and going. Like we went down there, we went and got dinner, and we came back. They had some reindeer, and just kind of mess around a little bit, and then get there for the countdown. So those are the kind of things that I feel really connect you with the community. You start to see the same people when you go to those events. And your kids, when they grow up, it really, I feel like, grounds them to the community, enjoying where they live. And those are the kind of memories that they're gonna remember forever. I did when I was a kid, so that's one of the things I like about living in Lake Oswego. It provides those opportunities to create those consistent memories, those fun activities. You know, they don't cost money, it's not a monetary thing, but it's more of a community connectivity thing that you can really share with your kids. Number 4, local clubs. Now, if you have kids, especially young kids, and you're moving here, you're probably not gonna know a lot of people, right? Well, take advantage of some of the local clubs. My wife has joined a mom's club. One of the local churches here sponsors it. They do it once every other week in person, and they get together in little pods that they'll have for about 6 months. And each event in person, they do a different theme. Someone runs the pod, they'll have different speakers there. They made a cheese board last time, and she brought that home, said, here you go, here's a cheese board. It was a great lunch for me. My wife really loves it because you get to connect at a little deeper level. It's like an hour-and-a-half meeting once every other week, you know, in the middle of the day. And she really looks forward to that, of being able to learn something new, a different topic. You really get to go a little bit deeper than some other more surface groups where it might be a bigger setting and you don't really get a chance to really connect. So there's a lot of little clubs like that. I also have a dad's club that I started a couple of years ago. It's a Facebook group. If you just moved here, you're about to, when you do, hit me up and you can join the Facebook Dads group. It's really starting to grow. We've got a little over 80 members right now. And the thing I really like about it is I wanted to set it up to be able to do more in-person meetings. Now, COVID happened right when I started it. COVID then happened like a few weeks later. And so it really didn't have a chance to grow until this last year. So we went from like 10 members to like 80 members just in this last year since things really opened up. So if you just move here and you want to connect with other dads, most of them have younger kids and they don't have a lot of people. So it's a great way to connect. We'll try to do like a summer barbecue, an event in the winter, or we'll get together once a month. We do the second Thursday of every month. We'll get together for a beer that's like just the dads without the kids. And then other people can like post little things like, hey, you're going to the park. Does anybody want to meet up? It's just a great place to be able to connect with other dads. I was actually just at a holiday party last night from one of the dads that I met in the dads group. He had recently moved here and he's already thrown a Christmas party and it was a big success. He had a lot of people there. He actually has made a really good friend from one of the other guys in the dad's group, and they've really connected. And that really warms my heart, being able to see that and people creating that local community. So you just really have to be a little more proactive when you move somewhere new. So taking advantage of those local clubs can be key to really getting connected with the community. Okay, number 5, the outdoor parks. Now, yes, you've probably heard we have plenty of big parks all around here in Lake Oswego. We have about 30 of them, but I'm gonna specifically give you 2. The best one, if you have kids, is the George Rogers Park. Now that's right on the Willamette River, and the reason is because in the summertime, you can do paddleboard or kayak rentals that they have right down there. So you don't have to, if you don't have your own equipment, you don't have to drag it down there, you don't have to go buy it. You can just rent it right there by the hour. It's very affordable and it's super easy. So you can just throw your kids on a kayak or a paddleboard, just even if you only go out, 10, 20 feet, let them swim around on it right out there. That's what we do. It's a lot of fun and it just creates like a little different experience for them. Plus it makes it a little bit more fun for me. They have a lot of ducks down there. You can go feed the ducks down there. You can just go walking around. They have little trails that go around the park. They also have a kids playground down there as well. And they'll do some special events around there at that park. And they also have a little walking trail that goes through the forest and over a little bridge. Kids love that. Last summer, I really started taking advantage of their built-in barbecue stands that they have there with the benches. Those were awesome, let me tell you, and nobody uses it. I don't know why. I've only seen one person all summer using those free barbecues. So you just go there, have some little coals, put them in there. You can throw out a blanket, have a picnic. There's usually gonna be other people sitting out on the picnic, but it's never overcrowded. Highly, highly recommend. Check out that park. If you have kids in the summertime, in the springtime, it should be a staple to be able to get out there. So many different things you can enjoy with them. The second park is Waluga East. The reason why I bring this one up, it has jungle gyms for toddlers and it has jungle gyms for older kids, all right there next to each other. And there's these huge trees all around it that create this canopy. So in the summertime, if it gets on those hot days where it gets too hot for in the sun, it's great shade, you stay cool. And then when it gets in the fall, when it starts to get into the rainy season, you can still go there on a light rain and you're hardly getting wet because that canopy keeps all that rain off of you for the most part. Now, if it's raining a little harder, everything's gonna get wet, but it's a great little park to be able to kind of get in, get out. They have picnic benches right there and some grass. It butts up against to part of a little forest there. So there's restrooms right there as well. Nice public ones with changing tables. So it's a great go-to park if you need, hey, let's go play for 30 minutes or an hour, go have a snack. It's got everything all right there. So if you're thinking about moving to Lake Oswego, reach out, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, and we'd love to help you make a smooth transition right here to Lake Oswego, Oregon. See you guys on the next one.